think it's great it's gone, eh? It was just, to me, it was an eyesore. You know, and the thing is, I've got good memories, and by looking at it, because it had never been looked after and done up, if it had been restored to, even if it was empty, but restored as this was a freezing works, I wouldn't mind it, but it was just deteriorating, windows were being broken, kids, people just getting there and pinch stuff and smash it. So to me, it was the best thing they ever did was clean it up and use the site for something, for grazing, whatever they're using it for now. So no, I reckon it's a great idea getting rid of it, because those days are gone, haven't they? So you come down that main hill into Pātea now, you got a great view out, straight out to the sea and the bay. The memories are good. That's the main thing, isn't it? For me, the memories are great, and you can't take that away at all.
The town of Pātea is on the southwestern coast of Taranaki in New Zealand, and it is a hard, windswept coastline. In 1883, English entrepreneurs began what is today known as the Pātea Freezing Works, and for 100 years they grew the company. The town prospered, there was steady employment for the locals, and at its height, this factory exported butter, cheese, beef and lamb by the hundreds of tons.
But now I am returning to my home up in the pines. So ring your bell, bellbird, you're calling me back home to my home up in the mountains. No more I will roam, for there will be contentment and my heart will be at ease, where the bellbirds call at evening floats on the mountain breeze.
However, in 1982, the downturn of the meat processing industry saw the closure of the freezing works, and the doors were shut. The factory emptied, and when the work dried up, the town struggled to survive. The buildings began their slow crumble into redundancy.
There was a lot of money put forward to rebuilding the place. Plans are out and everything. And if you go over to the museum over there, you might, I don't know if there's anything over there or not. And then Timona, which was part of the vested group, had a fire over in Hastings. And the money that was going to come here was all channeled over there. And it was, yeah, and we had a manager come out from England, and he was, him and his cohort, Paul Jones, they decided they were going to close it or beat us, and in the end they closed it. It was a sad day, it was, oh, now what do I do now? Where am I going? What am I going to do?
Oh, I couldn't wait for Monday morning to go to work, because the comradeship, I had people from Hara, Kakamea, Manatai, Waverley, Wanganui, Waitotra, all congregated, they all worked at the freezing works, so you got all different insights what guys were doing. And of course I was a sportsman, and some of the boys say, oh, you'd play the shit game on Saturday and say it was winter for rugby, and give me shit. So it was great. I loved it, The comradeship down there, I miss it, to this day I miss it. I'll always had a great working environment there, and some really, really good friends, Loved it.
When it became quite derelict after it closed, a lot of people wanted it gone and whatever. I've probably always been a little bit sentimental about things. I actually wanted it to always just be there. I could see the dangerous side of it. I could see that it was an eyesore, you know. And when the fire happened down there, I can remember I was probably one of the first people to know, because my husband's in the fire brigade as well, and so his pager went off. I read it, and then from our place, which is you know, on this main street down the other end of town, I could actually see the flames and hear the noise from there. And I remember feeling really quite emotional about it, and sort of thinking it's, you know, it's an old derelict building, but I don't know, it was more than that for me. It was very important. Maybe it was because it was my first job, I don't know, but my dad worked there too, so there was lots of little connections.
I found it very sad because the freezing works was basically the foundation of Pātea, you know, in employment. I think there was up to about 500-600 people employed there. It gave people a good living life, living style. And when the freezing works closed, families were broken up, people sold houses, had to move out, of course, for employment, and they were left with rotting buildings and what do you call them, PEP schemes, you know, which gave no one any incentive, no money to save. So families started to move out of Pātea, lost contact with the town, and all these memories of all the old men who worked there, who enjoyed their life, etc. Everything was gone now. There's nothing to identify of the place.
These were workers who had lived in Pātea and had made the journey of hope through betrayal and back to hope.